Imagine this. You're standing outside, and suddenly your feet lift off the ground. Cars rise. Buildings crack. Oceans float upward. And the entire world begins to drift into the sky. This isn't science fiction. This is what would happen if gravity suddenly disappeared. Gravity is the invisible force that holds everything together. It keeps us on Earth, keeps the moon in orbit, and holds the entire universe in place. So today, we're going deep into what would really happen, step by step, if gravity vanished for even a single moment. And trust me, it gets terrifying fast. Welcome to Information World. Let's explore the impossible. The moment gravity disappears, your body begins drifting upward, even with the smallest movement. You wouldn't launch into space instantly, but you would slowly rise higher and higher, with no way to pull yourself down. Anything not bolted to the ground begins to float. Phones. Furniture. Cars. People. Entire cities turning into clouds of drifting objects. Within seconds, the atmosphere begins to expand. Air no longer stays close to Earth, so oxygen starts spreading outward into space. You could breathe for a short time, but the air around you becomes thinner and thinner. Soon, breathing becomes difficult, and survival becomes almost impossible without protection. Within a minute, the oceans lift off the surface. Massive walls of water rise like giant floating shields. Rivers drift upward. Lakes stretch into glowing blue spheres. The entire surface of Earth begins to look empty and exposed. Life on land would be in immediate danger, not from drowning, but from losing breathable air. As minutes pass, the Earth itself begins to fall apart. Gravity keeps the planet round. Without it, Earth starts to crack, expand, and break under its own pressure. The core pushes outward. The crust separates. Volcanoes erupt in slow motion, throwing lava upward that never falls back. The planet becomes unstable and begins to tear open. Meanwhile, the moon drifts away from us. Without Earth pulling it in orbit, the moon follows a straight path into space. Tides vanish. The night sky becomes strangely empty. And Earth loses one of the major forces that stabilizes its rotation. Other planets become dangerous too. Jupiter's gravity pulls objects across the solar system. Without Earth's gravity holding us in place, our entire planet slowly shifts from its orbit. We begin drifting toward the sun or into deep space. Either path ends all life on Earth. With no gravity holding the atmosphere, Earth cools rapidly. Heat escapes into space. Temperatures drop. Clouds evaporate. The sky darkens. The world becomes silent. As hours pass, the ground beneath you completely splits apart. Mountains rise without support. Continents drift upward like giant plates. Anything that used to feel solid becomes fragile. The Earth you once knew turns into floating chunks in a dark, silent void. Days later, the planet becomes unrecognizable. The atmosphere is gone. The oceans are gone. The moon is gone. And Earth is breaking into thousands of fragments. Life cannot survive. The solar system becomes a swirling mess of drifting objects. But here's the strangest part. If gravity returned suddenly, everything would crash back at extreme speed. A global collision of water, rock, buildings, and people. It would be the most destructive event in the history of the planet. The only reason we are alive right now is because gravity never takes a break. It has worked non-stop since the beginning of time. Gravity is the glue of everything we know. If it vanished, even for a moment, the universe would collapse into chaos. The good news is this: scientists say gravity cannot disappear. It is woven into the fabric of space itself. It might change or shift in certain cosmic events, but it cannot simply turn off. So the world is safe. But imagining the end of gravity reminds us just how fragile our existence truly is. Thank you for watching Information World. If you want more mind-bending science, mysteries, and deep questions about our universe, make sure to come back for the next video. Until then, stay curious, stay aware, and keep your feet on the ground while gravity still works.